Let's try another one that requires for n geometric. So this is not linear. You can get it by messing with the numbers, but I'd rather use our general term formula. So just like before, each definition of the terms, a sub 4 is 10, a sub 7 is negative 80, will provide an equation for us. But before we even begin, tell me something about r. What does it have to be? Has to be negative. We can tell that because as one subscript was even, the other one was odd, one value was positive, the other was negative. If they were both even subscripts, we wouldn't know if r was positive or negative, but we get a little bit of information here. All right, so a sub 4 is 10 is the same thing as saying that a sub 1 times r to the 4 minus 1 equals 10. And a sub 7 is negative 80. It's the same thing as saying a sub 1 times r to the 7 minus 1 is negative 80. So our variables are a sub 1 and r. That's what we're trying to search for. Our first equation with those variables on the left would be a sub 1 times r cubed is 10. And then a sub 1 times r to the 6th is negative 80. So if we did not skip around in the chapters, we would have seen this type of problem in 10.4. This is what's considered a nonlinear system of equations because we don't have lines anymore. We got other things. We're going to learn in 10.4 that you go back to your elimination, your substitution methods that you learned oh so long ago to solve. Now, for this one, either one of those methods would work, but I'm going to lean towards the substitution. Let me think real quick. All right, we're good. What we're going to do is we're going to solve for the a sub 1 of the first equation. You'll see why. It makes the problem easier. So if we took the first equation and solved for a sub 1, if we solve for a sub 1 in the first equation, you would say 10 over r cubed. So remember your substitution, solve for one variable in one equation, and then stick that into the same variable in the other equation. So instead of this a sub 1 here, we're going to put 10 over r cubed. So we're going to say 10 over r cubed times r to the 6th is negative 80. Well, notice this r to the 6th is really over 1. So you really have r to the 6th over r cubed. Since you're dividing by the same base, what do you do to the exponents? So what is r to the 6th over r cubed? R cubed. So we have 10r cubed is negative 80. How do you solve for r? There you go. If we divide by 10 first, we'll get r cubed is negative 8. And then take the cube root, we get r to be negative 2. So as predicted, our r was negative. Are we done? No. We have to figure out what a sub 1 is equal to. Well, a sub 1 is 10 over r cubed, so we'll have 10 over negative 8. What is 10 over negative 8? Hooray, so we have our parts necessary. We know that for a geometric, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. So we'll have a sub n is negative 5/4 times negative 2 to the n minus 1. And now how do we finish off this problem? Plug in 12 in for n. I have no clue what you get. I'm going to guess it's a number. I got 2560. Did anyone else get 2560? Yeah? Thank you. 2560.